Running for me has always been somewhat confusing. It's a boring routine. You put your shoes on, tie them up, and you're ready to go. Then the next day, you come downstairs, you forget your shoes. Put the shoes on, and then you're ready to go. Tie them up, and it's time to run again. I never understood why people ran or why they found joy in going outside and forcing themselves to sweat for miles. It was never something I was great at, but as of late, I've been running more. Every other day for the last few weeks, I've been trying to get out and run. Usually, I'm left like this, in a state of exhaustion, being sore, and barely able to make it up the steps. So much so to the point where I'm pretty much not going to make it. But here I am again, at the track, getting ready to run again. It's the same boring routine. You sit down, you put your shoes on, tie them up, and then it's time to run again. But I'm not doing this for no reason. There is a point. So let's talk about it. Yeah, I just gotta brief him. I gotta brief the camera. All right, so we're at the track now. The plan is to run 8 100s, and then I'm gonna finish off with a mile. The idea behind that is if I do the 100s first and I'm tired, and then I do the mile after, I figure when I do a mile, if I'm dog tired, then when I do a real time mile, that it won't be too bad. It'll seem a lot easier. But I'm gonna get these sprints in and see how it goes. It's hot.
What?
And my feet are burning. All right, so those are the 8 100-meter sprints. I think the camera overheated, so I definitely missed a couple. I'm not sure if it recorded, but we'll go back and see. My knee hurts. Yesterday was leg day, so I'm super tired. Could barely run past like 75 meters, but we'll see how this mile goes.
All right, let's get it.
Alright, so that's it for running, or my attempt of it. I'm not running just because I hate myself, but I'll tell you why in a sec. Let me shower. Whoa, I meant after the shower. Dude, first of all, check out the shirt. Come on, that's pretty cool. The reason why I'm running, the answer's pretty simple. It's because I suck at it. Running is something that I've just absolutely never been good at. I remember high school playing sports and I had a coach blowing a whistle in my face, so I had to run, but it was some of the most dreadful times ever. I remember there were days where I would actually just go the entire day thinking about the 20 minutes that I had to run at practice that day. There are a lot of reasons why I wasn't good at running, mainly because I was over 300 pounds in high school. But another reason is because it's just not something I worked on outside of when I had to. If it wasn't football practice, if it wasn't running around the track and gym, that mile run that they make you do like 4 times a year, then I just wasn't running. And so for a really long time, pretty much my entire life, I always told myself and others that I hated running. But recently I started to question myself. You drive past people every day, you see them running around on purpose. It's something that they want to do. I wake up, I drive to work, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I see people, the same people running outside, running around the neighborhood just because they want to. And it always was something that confused me. But recently, I really don't know what it was that made it click, but I just started seeing people running and I started to think like, why can't I do that? Why can't I be someone who wakes up and runs on purpose, runs around the neighborhood, sweats and actually enjoys it? And then I really started to ask myself, do I actually hate running or do I just suck at it? And that's the question that we have to ask ourselves. 99% of the time, if you look in the mirror and you think about all the things that you know would benefit you, but you still shy away from, things that you just don't do, things that you've been pushing off, those same things that you say you hate, if you think about why you actually hate it, it's because you're either uninspired, lazy, or you're just not good at it. And I get it. You don't want to do something that you're not good at. That was me for my entire life. I'm not good at math. I'm still not good at math, but since I'm not good at math, I always said that I hate math. I always told people I hate math, and it's the reason why I never did too well in it. I wasn't good at squatting, and so for a long time, I always told people I hate squatting. But then you have to reassess and really think, do you actually hate these things? Or is it just something that you don't work on, and so you're not actually good at it? And it's always something that you know will benefit you in life. So why not do it? Just because you're not great at something doesn't mean that you can't do it. Regardless of whatever natural talent anyone is born with, no one is ever born great at something. They still have to work on it. They still have to hone their craft. The best player in the NFL, the best player in the NBA, these guys, they don't just wake up and because they're good, they're able to do great at their job. It's because they work on it, they practice on it. The people that make it to the big leagues, the people that make it in life, are the same people that spend countless hours working on their craft. Regardless of how good you may think they are, there's always a reason behind it. And so I started to run. Every other day or every 3 days or so, whenever I can, I've been running. I started off just running a mile. I started off just taking it slow. And now I'm able to run 2 miles, 3 miles, really without getting too tired to the point of just like exhaustion, like dying. Whereas a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I literally could not walk 5-10 minutes without dying. My back would get numb. I couldn't feel my legs. It felt like I was literally carrying bricks everywhere that I went. And that's because of how overweight I was. And now I'm not great at running now, but I'm much better than I was. If you would have asked me 3 years ago if I would ever be someone who got up and ran on purpose, I would have laughed right in your face. But it's something that I attacked head on, and now it's something that I honestly like. I can enjoy running once I start getting into the rhythm of a run. It is something that I like to do. Starting to understand all the people that I see when I'm driving around and I see them running, I'll always admire them, and I'll always take into account how much effort that it takes to get up and actually start a run. And I appreciate that. I don't know if I'll ever be a great runner, but it's something that I'm working on every day, every other day, every week. And that's really all that it's all about. Improving yourself, making sure that you can get better every single day, and working on something to reach a goal. It doesn't matter if you run a 10-minute mile, an 11-minute mile, a 12-minute mile, it doesn't matter what it is. As long as you are getting better every single day and you're better than you were, then that's really all that matters. Deciding to run, it was more than just me seeing people on the side of the road and me admiring them, maybe wanting to be like them. It was a commitment to myself. It's something that I told myself that I was gonna start doing more often, and that means that I have a goal to reach. So if you're someone who's always been afraid of lifting a heavier weight, go to the gym and work on it. Eventually you'll lift that weight. If you're someone who's shy and maybe you don't get out often and talk to people, but it's really something that you'd want to do, then go out and work every single day at being a better conversationalist. It's something that you have to work on. There's not any way that you can get better at something without actually going out and trying to do it. It may make you uncomfortable, it may make you uneasy. Going out and running Sometimes it makes me uncomfortable. Sometimes it makes me uneasy running past cars and they're probably staring at me, judging me. But at the end of the day, I really don't care. If I have to be uneasy and a little uncomfortable in order to reach places that I know I want to go, then it's what I have to do. It may sound a little cliche, but in order to reach places you've never been, you have to do things you've never done before. So no matter what it is, if we're talking about running, doing better in school, being a better social person, anything of that nature, it's something that you're just gonna have to get out of your comfortable zone and do. I'd much rather be uneasy and uncomfortable than complacent and never go anywhere, never grow as a person. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable positions in order to one day be comfortable at them. It may or may not be something that you're good at right now, but if you keep working on it, then eventually you'll grow and you'll get better at it. Wow, I was really getting deep there and it just ruined my vibe. But pretty much, guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. I wanna thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. And if you're new here, please click the subscribe button if you can. That subscribe button. If you can, click the notification button too so you know when I'm uploading videos. And that's gonna be it, guys. I'll see you next time. God, I need to end these better.